Today, we're just going to be ranking some DC movies. This is not every single DC movie, right? But it is most of the theatrically released films. Some of these weren't released in theaters, but most of them were. So I think these are just like the most of the big name DC films. A lot of the animated stuff isn't here, so we're just gonna have to ignore that, unfortunately. But yeah, so, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. And then, obviously, I'm just going to talk a little bit about each movie, I guess, that I rank on the tier list. And yeah, let's just dive into it. Starting off uh, with Superman 2, which is actually a pretty great film, all things considered. Um, yeah, it's one of the older movies, but again, it's Christopher Reeve. It's classic. There's nothing really much to say about it. Not as good as the first movie, but still a great film. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace is garbage. This film just fails on every level. The writing, the action, I guess you could say. All the elements that made the first two movies great. Yeah, Superman 4 does not have any of those. Supergirl, extremely forgettable. There's nothing else to it. Superman 3 even might actually be worse than 4. I think 3 might be the worst in the entire series. 3 is just garbage. Um, I haven't seen the Donner cut. I see it here, the Richard Donner cut. So I'm not gonna mention it. But I would assume that it's as good, or if not even better than the theatrical cut of Superman 2. So yeah. Then we got Batman 1989. This can go in A tier. For me personally, I wouldn't say it's top tier. I'd put it above Superman 2. I wouldn't say it's top tier. Again, the Michael Keaton Batman isn't really the Batman that I grew up with. So I'm a bit biased in terms of what Batman I like and which Batman I do not like that much. But Michael Keaton is a great Batman, and this film specifically, is really good. So yeah, it's A tier. And then we've got the original Superman. And this, don't get it confused, it's not F tier. This is going in S tier. This is one of the most iconic superhero movies of all time. Um, I watched this movie, I think, like 2 years ago. Uh, I think it's really solid, super solid film. If this was just based on just my personal taste, I'd probably put this maybe in A tier, just because I don't watch a lot of the older DC movies that much. But all things considered, this film is phenomenal. Um, then I haven't seen the Swamp Thing films, so I'm just gonna ignore those. Batman Returns. This is not as good as the first Batman. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. I don't think it's terrible, but like, it's okay. It's okay. It's whatever. Um, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. This is a top 10 DC movie of all time. This is top 10 DC movie of all time for sure. Without question. There is no question about it. This is top 10. It's one of the best animated movies I've ever seen, and it's one of the best Batman films ever made. So yeah, it deserves its place here in S tier. And then we have Batman Forever. Huh. Yeah, that's going in D tier. This film is not good. It has a comedic aspect to it that might be appealing to some, but for me, no, I don't like it. And then there's the infamous Batman and Robin. Yeah, this might actually be the worst DC movie of all time. This film is hilariously awful. There's I could put it in S tier because it's kind of like so bad that it's good, but it just falls flat on every single level, and I can't see myself putting it anywhere other than like F tier. Yeah, some of these films. Oh, and then we have Shaq's Steel. This is also F tier. This is one of the most hilariously awful movies I've ever seen in my life. Should not be viewed by anyone, ever. And if you do watch it, please watch it with your friends. You guys will have a blast laughing at it. And then we have The Dark Knight, my magnum opus, my goat, the greatest film of all time. I love this movie so much. Flip. I can't. Yeah. Wait. There we go. Yeah, this is my favorite movie of all time. I love The Dark Knight. I just love The Dark Knight. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's just a phenomenal masterpiece. It's just absolute cinema. That's all there is to it. I'll probably do a full like proper analysis video talking about The Dark Knight, but as of right now, all you need to know is that it's my favorite movie of all time. I actually have made a video talking about the film, but I didn't go into detail because it was part of the 300-second series. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely do like a full like deep dive video sometime in the future. But yeah, all you need to know, this is my favorite movie. I love it. Um, and then hmm, what do we have? Some of these, yeah, I haven't seen this movie, so I'm just gonna ignore it. This is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I actually haven't seen this either, so I'm gonna ignore that too. And I haven't seen this film either, so I'm gonna ignore that as well. Catwoman. Now, when I said that Batman and Robin might be the worst DC movie of all time, I think I lied because Catwoman might actually be one of my least favorite films of all time. I actually hate this movie. I really do. Everything about it is awful. The only thing that saved this movie, and the only reason why this movie is even talked about, is because Halle Berry plays Catwoman. If there was a complete unknown that played Catwoman, everybody would have forgot about this movie. Nobody would have talked about it, and it would have just been faded out of existence. But no, Halle Berry played Catwoman, and she had an ugly, disgusting, very slutty Catwoman costume, and it was just awful. It was just garbage. This film sucks on every level. The CGI is terrible, the action's terrible, the acting's terrible, the writing's terrible. This film is awful. Um, Again, I'm probably gonna make a a series just talking about my least favorite movies of all time, like the worst movies of all time. That's definitely something that'll be fun to do because I really enjoy I enjoy talking about really good films, but I also enjoy ragging on really bad movies. So that's definitely something that I will plan on doing in the future. But yeah, Catwoman it's just awful. Um, Constantine. Uh, this movie. I feel like in the case, it's a similar case to Halle Berry. I feel like if this movie did not have Keanu Reeves in the role, I kind of feel like this movie would just faded out of existence. Not to say that Constantine isn't a character that people could enjoy regardless of who's playing the character, but I don't know. But I think this film is actually strong. This is strong. It's a fairly strong movie, so I'm gonna give it B tier. It's a fairly strong film. Um, Batman Begins. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm tempted to put this movie in S tier, but I think it's the weakest. It's my least favorite of the Dark Knight trilogy, honestly. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. But I still think it's an amazing movie. It's a great introduction into Christian Bale's Batman, who is still to this day my favorite Batman of all time. So yeah, I mean, in all honesty, it's just a great origin story movie, and I'm honestly a sucker for origin stories. So really, no complaints for me. It's just I don't think it's quite the S tier. So I'm just gonna leave it at A tier. Um, Next up we have Viva Vendetta. This one is also going in A tier. It would go in S tier, but I've only ever watched it once, and I think I need to revisit this film in order to truly give it like the S tier. I think I need to keep watching it, rewatching it. I think it's gonna be one of those movies where like the more times I rewatch it as the years go on, I think the more I will fall in love with the film. So we're gonna leave it at A tier for now, though. But that one watch that I had, incredible. Yeah, Viva Vendetta is a fantastic movie. And then History of Violence, I actually haven't watched. I've seen a few clips of the movie, but I'm still not gonna rank it. Superman Returns. Um, uh, C tier. It's okay. Uh, Nothing too good, nothing too bad. It's all right. It's all right. It's cool. Watchmen. Yes. Yes. Now, this movie is very controversial. Some people think that Zack Snyder did a fantastic job. Others think that he absolutely disgraced the source material, which this film is based on. And for those of you who don't know, Watchmen is based on a 1980s DC Comics graphic novel of the same name, which is widely regarded as the most celebrated graphic novel of all time and is considered to be the greatest graphic novel of all time. Um, it is genuinely the best comic book I've ever read. Well, I'm still reading it. I have the deluxe edition. For those of you who watched my comic book collection video. You guys know that I own this comic. It's incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. And although Zack Snyder did make significant changes compared to the comic, um, for all intensive purposes, this film still delivers and is the closest thing we'll get to a perfect Watchmen movie. This is about as good as anyone could have done with this film. So, yeah, I think that this movie is excellent. I have no complaints about it, really. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, if I'm being real. And I mean, I'm not like a Zack Snyder glazer or anything like that, but like some of his superhero movies, I genuinely do love most of them. So, yeah, I love Watchmen. It's a fantastic movie. Um, then we have, I haven't seen Jonah Hex. I have not watched The Losers, and I have not watched Red either. So we're just gonna ignore those three. But I've seen clips from it. I know of the movies. I know about them. Just haven't watched them in full. And there's Green Lantern. Yeah, yeah, self-explanatory. Um, a disgrace to a very cool and underrated comic book character. Yeah, just disgusting. This film's terrible. The Dark Knight Return Rises. Flip. Why did I say returns? Um, this. Oh goodness, I want to put this in S tier so bad, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. I'm gonna say top of A tier. Um, I love this movie. Really, I really do love this movie. The only thing that's stopping me from being S tier, I think it's a little too long, but I understand why it was long, because it's the conclusion to the trilogy and they wanted to close out everything. And I feel like Bane as a villain wasn't as strong as Joe. I was coming off of the Dark Knight, so I was my expectations were very high, especially when it comes to Bane, because Bane is one of the Batman's best villains. He's my second favorite Batman villain, or third favorite. He's in the top three realm. So I was very excited. And while Tom Hardy did deliver, and I thought he did a fantastic job as Bane, I feel like I was rubbed. I was just slightly disappointed, just because I just come off of Heath Ledger's Joker performance, and his Joker performance is one of the best performances I've ever seen in a film. So yeah. Um, but honestly, this movie is still fantastic. It just has a bit of issues with the pacing. It can feel a little slow at times, and the runtime's a bit too long. But other than that, it's still a phenomenal conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy. So it gets an A tier. Uh, Man of Steel. Ah, now, I made a video talking about how people need to stop glazing Henry Cavill's Superman, and you guys cannot. While I do think that Zack Snyder's Superman and Henry Cavill's like interpretation of Superman gets glazed a lot, and people are hating on this new Superman way too much. David Cornswell is fantastic, and I love him, but you would have me fooled if you thought that I didn't absolutely love Man of Steel. I love this movie. It's a great movie. I watched it as a cinematic experience. I didn't go into it hoping for the best Superman movie of all time. I wanted it to be perfectly capture Superman, and I feel like people should have gone in with different expectations, right? Because this is not the true traditional comic book Superman. That's David Cornsweet. This version of Superman is much more lives in a much darker, more realistic, grounded world, um, which has like a similar tone to the Dark Knight trilogy. So I feel like coming off of that, especially with Christopher Nolan producing and doing some writing for this movie, you could definitely feel some of that Dark Knight stuff in there. But like people need to look at it from a different perspective. This film is still fantastic in its own right, despite not truly capturing the actual proper comic book Superman. It's still a fantastic action movie. I love Man of Steel, man. Flip. I love this movie. This definitely S tier for me. I love this movie. And the score by Hans Zimmer, huh, never forget it. Um, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, theatrical cut. I've seen both the theatrical and ultimate cut. Theatrical cut is a C tier. It's okay. It's got great action sequences. I think Ben Affleck's a great Batman. I think he gets overhated a little bit, but this movie is very messy. In like all seriousness, it's a very messy film. Um, the ultimate edition. Now this one is actually better. Um, this one's actually better. It's got 30 minutes more footage, so it's a 3 hour film. Um, I mean, it's better than the theatrical cut. So, yeah, that's all I can really say. Um, Suicide Squad, haha, garbage. Yeah, that's the garbage movie. Batman: The Killing Joke. I don't need to explain why the Suicide Squad's a garbage movie. You guys already know. Killing Joke. I have yet to read the Killing Joke comic, and I really want to. But from what I've seen from the movie, I'm genuine. This is like genuinely like really great stuff, and I'm sure the source material is even better than what I've seen from the film. But yeah, this is a great movie. This is a great movie. I'll put it in B tier though. Actually, I'll put it above um these two. Yeah, I'll put it at the top of B tier, like B plus. Uh, Wonder Woman. This is one of the best DC movies, and is genuinely the only good performance that Gal Gadot has had in her entire career. I'm not even joking. Seriously, this movie is amazing, and it really helped put Wonder Woman's name back on the map because she kind of faded out of popularity for a while. Um, After the 20th century and going to the 21st century, she kind of faded out of popularity. Characters like Iron Man and Hulk started becoming more popular, but I think this movie helped put her back on the map in terms of popularity, and is just another part of why she is in the superhero Mount Rushmore. So yeah, definitely an S tier film. I enjoyed it. The action is great. The direction from Patty Jenkins is fantastic. Gal Gadot's performance is actually solid because she gets to play like a fish out of water type of character, which is an acting style. Like I guess it is a character type that actually suits her best. So she actually did deliver in this movie, and I thought it was great. So yeah, S tier for Wonder Woman. The Lego Batman movie. This is S tier, bro. This is S tier. This is actually one of the only Batman movies that truly captures the essence of Batman's character, funny enough. Despite it being a Lego animated comedy, like it actually captured like who Batman is really well. And it kind of got emotional at times. Like it actually kind of got deep and serious at times. Um but in all, this movie is just fantastic. It's a great movie, and it's such an entertaining film. Out of all the Lego films, this is one's definitely the funniest for sure. So it gets an S tier. I absolutely adore this movie, and I need to rewatch it. Um, the 2017 Justice League, or as I like to call it, Justice League. I hate this movie. This is gonna be one of the movies that I talk about in a future series of worst movies of all time. This film is this film right here. This is garbage. I hate this movie. Um, Aquaman. Um, this is just a dumb fun movie. It's a dumb fun movie, but it's got a lot of charm to it. It's literally a fish out of water story. It's very cool. It's a very cool movie. It's a very cool movie. Yeah, Aquaman. Shazam. Now this I need to rewatch again. I haven't rewatched Shazam in a while. This movie is great though. In all seriousness, it's a great film. I think Shazam is a great movie. Very fun, light-hearted ish story. Billy Batson turns into a superhero. Shazam, imbued by the power of six different gods. It's just a great comedic, entertaining take on one of the more underrated members of the Justice League. Honestly, love Shazam. Great movie. Um, Teen Titans Go to the movies. Now, I have a very like mixed opinions about Teen Titans Go as a series, and while I do think that the series can be funny at times, it's also just such like chaotic, dumb brain rot. But like a lot of the times, it's in the worst way possible. Um, so when I heard that there was a movie coming out, like I was like 11, turning 12 when this movie like when it got announced. I was genuinely curious to see what was going to be going on here. And I actually ended up being pleasantly surprised. This movie is actually super entertaining. I actually like it more than Aquaman. Um, this film actually ended up being super entertaining and is honestly the best thing to come out of the Teen Titans Go series. This movie is such a fun. It's such a fun film, bro. And I don't know how like the way that they did this story. I think it just worked perfectly, and the way they Like they did Slade in this movie as well. It was pretty cool. It was pretty funny, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I don't know. I think I was just pleasantly surprised about this movie. I really enjoyed it. And then we got Joker. Ah, yes, Joker. Joker is gonna get an A tier for me. The reason it doesn't get S tier is because I kind of find this movie hard to watch. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times, but like it's just I don't know. So it's very difficult for me to watch. I don't know why. Not because it's like disgusting or gross or anything. It's just like it's a lot psychologically. Like it's a very deep psychological study of this character. But Joaquin Phoenix is honestly one of the best live action Jokers, and he delivered. He just delivered with this movie. So yeah, he gets an A tier. Um, The Kitchen. Now I actually have seen The Kitchen. Um, yeah. Anyway, Birds of Prey. Yeah. Every time I think about this movie and every time I watch this movie, I just like it less and less. So this movie's garbage. Wonder Woman 1984, I think is a bit overhated. It's still gonna go in D tier though, because it's not good. But like, I think it gets a bit overhated. There's some cool elements. There's some redeeming qualities like Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord, and um, seeing some of the more comic booky stuff from Wonder Woman come out, like her learning how to fly, and her also having the invisible jet. And I mean, I like the golden armor. It's pretty cool. And I think Cheetah wasn't too bad either. So yeah, I guess Wonder Woman 1984 is gonna go in D tier. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now this is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I love this movie so much, and it's going in S tier. Zack Snyder's vision finally realized, and it was perfect. It was everything that I wanted it to be and more. The 4 hour runtime does it does get like you start to feel you can feel the 4 hours, right? You can feel it. But I don't care because this movie is peak. Okay. I've only watched it once and then rewatched multiple scenes from the movie over the years. Um, but yeah, everything about this film is just phenomenal. It's fantastic, and I'm so glad that Zack Snyder got to um show us his true vision for this these characters. It's beautiful, beautiful. Um, and then we got the Suicide Squad, and this is also one of the best superhero movies of all time, which isn't a crazy thing to say, honestly. And it's one of the best DC movies of all time. So yeah, the Suicide Squad, a big, big, big improvement from the first Suicide Squad movie. And of course, it's because of James Gunn. James Gunn, we all know, is the GOAT director. He's the GOAT. So it's no surprise that this movie turned out as good as it did. It's fantastic, and it just handles all its characters way better than the other Suicide Squad did. Yeah. So the Suicide Squad, peak movie, peak movie. Oh yes, the Batman. This is going in not F tier. This is going in S tier. S tier. And I mean, is it really a question though? Like, there is no question that the Batman is one of the best superhero movies of all time. And if anybody has doubts or disagrees, then well, you're just wrong, bro. Robert Pattinson is one of the best live action Batmans. In fact, he's my second favorite live action Batman. I'm so glad that this film was a detective story because we never get detective stuff when it comes to Batman in like live action. Like it's genuinely possible to see him like actually do proper detective stuff for like a full length movie, and we finally got that, and it's amazing. And I'm so glad that they chose the Riddler as the villain because it perfectly aligns up with the detective stuff with all the riddles, but they did it in like a more chilling way that he's like a serial killer. Like it's just so much better. It's so much better. It's so cool. This movie is so flipping cool. I love it. Um, and I'm so excited for the sequel as well. Super Pets. Yeah, sure. Sure. I'll just put it in D tier. I don't care. Very forgettable film. Don't care. Black Adam. Uh, it's one of the most disappointing movies I've seen in recent memory. This film could have been so much better, man. It really could have. I'm glad Black Adam got his own movie. I wish The Rock didn't play him though, because The Rock kind of plays the same character in every movie, and I wanted 10th Adam to actually have something more than just, oh, I'm being played by the big strong bald guy. Like, it gets kind of annoying. I like Dwayne Johnson. I think he's a great guy, but as an actor, he's very one note. So I can't I can't really do like there's not much like I can say about his version of Black Adam because he's just kind of playing himself. So yeah, that's just gonna be there. Um Shazam Fury of the Gods is a disappointing sequel. It can stay right here next to his arch enemy. This film was very disappointing, not gonna lie. Um The Flash. Um, so I don't know what the general consensus about this movie is because I've heard people talk about it saying that they really enjoyed it, and some people saying they like despised it. I'm one of the people who despise this movie. I don't like it. I think it sucks. I don't like a single aspect about this movie, genuinely. It's definitely not the weakest here. Let's just rearrange just a little bit. This is here. These two are at the bottom. And then I don't really care about the rest. They're all kind of the same. But yeah, The Flash is awful. I don't like this movie. It sucks. Blue Beetle though. Blue Beetle though. Blue Beetle though. Blue Beetle though. I'm so glad that Blue Beetle might actually be staying in the DCU and Xolo Maridueña's version of Blue Beetle is going to be staying in the DCU, the James Gunn's rebooted universe. I'm really happy. Um, I'm not sure if it's 100% guaranteed confirmed, but I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. So I'm really glad he's here to stay, and I really enjoyed this film. It's a very entertaining, very fun movie. It's not top tier or anything, but it's a great movie. Um, and then we got the sequel to Aquaman, which was not as dumb and not as fun as the first movie. It was just kind of actually it was as dumb as the first movie, but it wasn't as fun. So I have to put it in D tier. It's just D for dumb, I guess. Joker 2. Yeah, no. No explanation needed. This film is garbage. And then finally, yes, yes, yes. 2025. Yes. Superman. Yes, my goat, my goat, my goat. We can put you right over. I need to rearrange this S here. Um, Okie dokie. Yeah, Superman 2025. I already talked about this movie in my video comparing Snyder Superman and Corn Sweat Superman. I've talked about it in 300-second series. Yeah, without question, this is the king of Superman movies. I think this is my favorite Superman movie of all time, and it's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I absolutely love this film. In fact, I'm gonna sit it right next to The Dark Knight here. Yeah, it's my second favorite on this entire list. I love this movie. It's so good, so comic accurate, and it's so James Gunn, and I love James Gunn. So, yeah, this is the perfect list. I need to rearrange. Let me just rearrange these real quick so that The Dark Knight is here at 1. This is here at 2. Um, this is my personal S tier, so I'm putting Watchmen above. Then I'm putting Zack Snyder's Justice League. Sorry. The Batman here. Um, Wonder Woman. No, Man of Steel here. Then Wonder Woman. Then the Lego Batman movie here, and then the Suicide Squad here, Mask of the Phantasm here. Okay, so that's 11 movies in S tier. So I pretty much arranged it from 11 to 1. So Superman here is 11, and then The Dark Knight is here at number 1, and then you can kind of just figure the rest. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is my DC tier list, pretty solid tier list. Obviously, there's some films that I definitely need to go and watch. Although some of these genuinely I don't feel the need to have to go watch them. I do want to watch Red. I do want to watch The Losers, and I do want to watch Jonah Hex. As for the rest, I'll see if I ever do watch them. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about some DC movies, rank them on a tier list, nothing too crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.